All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Kay's compensation plan summary tutorial. I'm glad to have you here. It's a great idea to get familiar with this. I have to say, I was not thinking that it was super important to know every nook and cranny of the compensation plan until I really learned it. And then I realized I've been missing out on some money, and my teammates probably have been missing out on some things because I have not known all the details of what to do. So anyway, I dove into it and I've got it now. So I'm going to hopefully explain it to you the best I can. I thought I would start off just by showing you where I found the summary chart that I'm going to use. It's under Tools. It's under Tools in your back office. So under Library, it's not letting me scroll, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on. But Plexus compensation plan summary charts, what I'm going to use to go through to kind of help explain this. And I think this is a great tool to help explain the compensation plan to other people. Okay, so it looks like this, and there are some out there that are more colorful and a little bit easier to follow. But this is the one that's in our back office, and it's the most current, so I decided to go ahead and use this. I did number them as a PDF. I numbered as I'm talking about the different ways to get paid. I numbered those so that you can kind of follow along. And this is also numbered the same way as our Earn to Learn book, your guide to the compensation plan that comes in our welcome pack, in our getting started pack. Oh, sorry. I have someone asking me does anyone have the number? Oh, here it is. Someone's asking me what the
ID is?
Yeah, Zoom ID is, and I've got it.
So you got it? Okay, I was going to say I have it right here if you need it.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, back to this. So I'm going to just start by saying it's important to get to know this compensation summary plan and know what it's all about. If you don't feel like you've understood it from what I've explained, then I highly recommend searching up some other videos. But this is the kind of nuts and bolts of it. So anyway, first off, in order to get paid by Plexus, you have to be an ambassador, and you have to be a qualified ambassador. So to be qualified, you have to have an annual membership that's current, which is that $34.95. You have to have a backup order that's on, and that can be conditional or unconditional. And you have to have $100 go through your website in personal volume. So you have to sell $100 worth of stuff through your website. Those are the three requirements to be qualified to make money. Okay, so we all kind of get the annual membership fee. That's pretty obvious. The backup order is something that I'm finally kind of wrapping my head around to and becoming very aware of. The backup order there are two options. You can do conditional or unconditional. Conditional means that you do not get shipped your backup order unless you have not sold over 100 PV. So if you sell 100 PV, your backup order is not coming to you. Okay? Unconditional means that you're going to get that backup order irregardless of how much you sell for your website. If you sell $1, if you sell $3,000, you're going to get that backup order. I prefer the conditional backup order because I don't always need a whole new bottle of BioCleanse or something like that. So I do the conditional, and I get to pick when I order things. So that's one thing I really wanted to kind of walk through before we got started. So it's very important to understand that commission qualified means annual membership is up to date, backup order is on, and you have $100 that has gone through your website. That $100 is your ticket to being commission qualified. Okay, I'm going to go down now and talk where I have one, and which is also labeled one in your compensation guide that we have from the Success Kit. So number one talks about retail rewards commission. Okay, this is basically just commission on the product that you've sold through your website, either that you've purchased or another customer has purchased through your website. The first 100, remember, do not count. The first $100 is your ticket. So it's anything over 100 that you actually get to get paid on. So between $100 and $499.99, you're going to make 15% commission on that money. Anything $500 and over, if you have $500 or over, go through your website, you're going to make 25% on commission on that product, on those products. So let's do a really quick scenario. Say you have $499 and you're at the very end of the month. If you let it go at $499, you're going to make about $60 in commissions. If you just buy something, if you have $500 go through, just $500, you're going to make an extra $40 in commission because you get to do 25% of that $500, not 15. So as soon as you go over $500, you get to retroactively collect 25% on everything over $100. It's a huge deal. So if you're ever hovering around $500 PV, know that it's really important to get over 500 because it could be the difference of at least $40 at the very least. And you could buy yourself a free, say, probiotic. If you buy that, you're going to get that basically for free if you make sure you're over 500. Okay. The second way, here's this number 2, is retail override commissions. That basically means that for all your level 1s that you have that are qualified, you get to make 5% of their personal volume for everything over $100. So if someone on your team sells $200 worth of product, the $100 is the ticket into commission, so that just makes them qualified. That doesn't count for anything. But the second 100, you get to make money on. So you get 5% of that, which would be $5. Well, if you have enough level 1s, that's going to start to add up, and that's only paid on your level 1 ambassadors. So just remember that. Okay, so now we're going to go to the third way, and this is right here, the preferred customer bonus. Preferred customer bonus is ridiculously awesome. This is why we don't sign retail customers unless you absolutely have to, because you're basically going to make twice as much money on your preferred customers as you would on your retail. On your retail customers, you're only going to make the number 1 money that goes through your website. You're only going to get to make that percentage. Okay? For preferred customers, you get to make this money and you get an extra amount of money depending on what you sell as a preferred customer bonus. So for instance, let's say you sell a bag of Slim to a preferred customer. You're going to get basically about $15 for the Slim in commissions, and you're also going to get another $15 for your preferred bonus, your preferred customer bonus. So you're basically doubling your money if you have a preferred customer. All right. So that's fairly easy to grasp, and that's something that I wasn't really cluing into either. Okay, number 4 is business building bonuses. Basically, the welcome pack that we get, the welcome packs that we sell, if we sign an ambassador and they buy a welcome pack, which they always should, always have your ambassadors buy a welcome pack, half of that money goes to the company and half of that money goes to the ambassadors and 4 levels up. So for instance, if I have an ambassador, if I sign an ambassador who, let's just say, gets a $99 welcome pack, I get to make $25. My upline makes $12.50. Her upline makes $7.50, and her upline makes $5. So you can see where if you start to get a team below you, you're going to be making money on those welcome packs of people 4 levels below you. So that's really exciting too. Okay. Number 5, we're going to come up here. One-time achievement bonuses. This is fairly self-explanatory. When you rank up, you get a bonus. Okay. Your ambassadors, again, have to be qualified. They have to be commission qualified for this to count, but you rank up and you get a bonus. So when you go silver, for instance, and you have your 3 ambassadors who are commission qualified, you get $100 bonus right in the mail or right in your pay portal. It's fantastic. and real motivating to say, oh, hey, I can make some real money doing that. I know that that's how it worked for me. Okay, so if you're a gold ambassador, when you reach gold, 250, senior gold, 350, ruby, 500, and senior ruby, 750. So that's just a quick little extra cash in your pocket. Okay. Number 6 is the fast start achievement bonuses. So if you get to one of those first 4 or 5, if you get to gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, in the first 30 days, you make twice the achievement bonus. So that would mean you make, let's see, where is it? You make 250, 700, 1,000, and 1,500. So that's fantastic. And people do go fast start gold and senior gold. So it is doable. But that's really exciting. So that's number 6. Number 7 is Plexus pay points. Okay, this is where I was not clued in. Okay, Plexus pay points is basically our profit sharing program. So again, 50% of the money, the profits are going to Plexus to keep the bills, keep the lights on, and continue to enhance our products. Okay, 50% goes to Plexus. The other 50% goes to the ambassadors in a profit sharing program. And the money that you make is based on these points that you've earned. Okay, how do you earn points, you ask? You earn points for every ambassador who is under you, who is commission qualified. You earn 5 points for your first level, 5 points for your second level, 5 points for your third level. So for me, that's if I sponsor someone, I get 5 points. If they sponsor someone, I still get 5 points. If they sponsor someone, I get 5 points. Okay? Then it's 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. All right? Now, you take all your points, you add them all up. So say I have 5 ambassadors under me who are commission qualified. That means, and they're just all my level 1s, they're all ambassadors that I personally sponsored. That means 5 ambassadors times 5 points gives me 25 Plexus pay points. Okay? Now this is where the money, the profit sharing comes in. You multiply the dollar amount that's been determined by Plexus to be the division of all of the money, all of the profits that have in that 50% pool. They're divided by everyone. So for every pay point you have, which let's say I had 25, you get a certain dollar amount. Every month it's different based on the profits for that month for Plexus. So I've heard anywhere, it's never going to go below 180. I've heard that hasn't happened in years. And it can go as high as, I don't know. I don't think that I think the sky's the limit. I think it's been around between $3 and $4 mostly lately. So if you take your 25 pay points multiplied by, let's just even say $3, that's $75 that you're going to get just in pay points. So you get your retail commission, you get your retail override commission, you get your preferred customer bonuses, and then you also get these pay points. So this is really huge. This is where I have screwed up in the past. So in the past, I've thought, oh dear, I don't have time to look at my back office and see who's commission qualified or who doesn't have their backup order on. That's not an income producing activity. I'm not going to look at that right now. I do not have time. Unfortunately, I lost out, and so did my 2 uplines lost out. Well, my 2 uplines lost out, and everyone above me, 7 levels above me, lost out on money because I did not but help my ambassadors understand that they needed to turn on their backup order, for instance. Last month, I lost $30 to $40 because 2 of my ambassadors just didn't have their backup order on. They had 100 PV. All was well. They just didn't have a backup order on for whatever reason. And quite honestly, it doesn't need to ship. Your backup order you can set it for conditional, so it won't ship. So anyway, that is something that I really feel strongly about. This is something that we all need to understand, the pay points, because it's really imperative. And basically, I listened to Michelle Thompson. anyway, talk about pay points. And what she had said was she was making, like, pay points is where you start to really build your business. At the beginning, you're building with customers and your preferred customer bonuses, and that's where you make most of your money. But as you build your team and you have more ambassadors, the pay points is what is really important, okay? And so pay points, when you get to be a diamond ambassador, you've got to have 4,500 points. Well, those are pay points. So every month, you're going to have 4,500 times however many dollars those pay points are worth based on what the company's profits were that month. So it's really important that you are on top of your ambassadors and make sure that they have their backup orders turned on and that they're qualified, commission qualified, because that is really going to happen. And it's not just when you rank up, it's every month. Those 5 points count for, your profit sharing. So anyway, keep that in mind. 8, 9, and 10, basically the 8th, 9th, and 10th ways that we get paid are another pool. So we divide 45% of the profit gets divided among all ambassadors, and you get based on the number of points you have based on how many of your ambassadors are commission qualified. The other 5% is divided between 3% for emerald, 1% for sapphire, and 1% for diamond. And emerald gets 3%, sapphire gets the 1% plus the emerald, and diamond gets all 3. So anyway, needless to say, that last 5% is divided among many fewer people, considering it's the sapphires, the emeralds, and the diamonds. So that's a huge chunk of change in the end. I think this is where Michelle said that her emerald share in the emerald pool was $2,500 to $2,500 a month. So that is, once you hit emerald, that's what you can expect right now. And it could grow as we grow as a company. That's going to grow. So there's really no ceiling on that. Okay. So that's 8, 9, and 10. So it just increases your profit sharing as you rank up. All right. The last way is the last compensation plan way of making money is number 11 is diamond reentry. So once you've gotten to diamond and you're up to, I think you have to be up to 6,000 points to be able to re-enter as a new ambassador and start building your business all over again. So that is huge and exciting, that you can just start all over. The things that they don't consider part of the compensation plan, but that is obviously a huge deal, is the Lexus. So for emerald and sapphire, you get $500 towards a lease of a Lexus, and there are certain Lexus that you get to choose from. And then when you become a diamond, you get $1,000 towards a Lexus. So that's another bonus. And then, of course, there's the trip to Hawaii as well. So there's lots of exciting things that you can acquire through this compensation plan. Even outside of the compensation plan, there's extra bonuses. So get excited. It's wonderful. And we have the best compensation plan ever out there. So yay us. Hooray. All right. That's it. Have a great night.